Hi, I'm Jennifer Crespi, Mercer Island community member, parent, and supporter of Mercer Island Schools Foundation. Like you, I want our kids to have every opportunity to explore, create, and find success. The Mercer Island Schools Foundation helps to make that happen. From hands-on science experiments and cutting-edge technology to art, music, and leadership programs, Mercer Island schools go beyond the basics. And it all happens because of your generous investment. This is your impact in action, bringing learning to life for every student.
The Mohi Museum is a museum of history and industry where we learn about Washington heritage and Native Americans back then. To see some of the artifacts and items, it's like you know that there's proof that they actually existed. It's not like your textbooks are a bunch of baloney. So it's cool to actually see that what you're reading about is true and that there was actually people back then who did these things.
FIRST Robotics is kind of a program where you build a robot over the span of 8 weeks, start to finish, and then you compete in local and district competitions. I feel like this program has really taught me the fundamentals of leadership skills. It's taught me how to manage people, how to work on a team, which can really carry forward later in life when I need to apply these kinds of knowledge, and it's been super uplifting.
One of the things that are exciting for me at the DECA competitions is you don't know what your role play is going to be until you get assigned it that day. And I have to talk about these ideas in a short period of time to my judges, and it really makes me think quick on my feet. And this plays into other classes like radio when I'm on a live show or just talking to my teachers in general.
I really like how we all get to play together in the concert, how it sounds and how beautiful it is. Even though you have to work really hard and your fingers might get red, you keep going. It makes you feel happy personally because you know you worked really hard just to get there.
So the toy maker is this person who goes to different schools and makes different stuff. See the O?
I do.
And the X? It tricks your eyes in saying that the X is by the O. I drawed a fish and then a bowl with water in it, and then the fish is in the bowl. I'm thinking I could experience different toys and how we make them and how they work. So I'm very excited what I'm gonna make next year.
Being a web leader and being in web is you are a mentor for the 6th graders to help them figure out their first year in middle school. Not to only help them make friends, a web group, but also to them to know the school campus by giving them tours and stuff. Well, it feels amazing. It just knowing that someone's looking up to you and that you are teaching them the ways just feels great.
To me, the arts program genuinely embodies opportunity. There's metal jewelry, drawing and painting, photography, ceramics, almost anything that you could ever think of in the arts program. And I feel like everybody can come in there and find something that they want to do. And it feels like it's like my playground almost, and I can just make a new world for myself.
So what we're doing in our class with our Legos is we're trying to build eco-friendly buildings and stuff. I'm feeling excited to get to the next part of it and overcome the next challenges, because every time you finish another block of it, it's a satisfying feeling. I've learned how to design buildings and how to design eco-friendly stuff, and I think it'll help me integrate certain parts of building into my builds in the real world.
In biotech, we're kind of exposed to the tools people use in a scientific setting in labs, but also kind of the research and the ethics that kind of govern that. Knowing how to use all these tools, it gives me a huge sense of confidence. I can use what I've learned to help other people. That's just the big thing for me, helping others, and that's really why I chose science.
We put on a play and we chose parts and then we got cast and we just kept practicing every day for a while, and then eventually we got to put it on in the library for the parents. So we learned about the Old English language, which was very interesting because we got to learn how people talked back then and maybe even just back then,
based on the costumes. It felt amazing. I would do it all over again.
I think the first word that comes to mind is happiness when I think of creative writing. Working with other people and being able to collaborate, honestly, is just a great thing, especially at a young age. And learning these aspects like poetry, which I didn't know a lot about, honestly just brought in a lot more happiness into my writing and made it a lot easier for me to create a bunch of stories that I love.
When I am doing radio and I'm behind a microphone, I just feel completely motivated by purpose and passion. It's a place where you can belong, and it provides great experience in just teamwork, communication, time management, and overall broadcast journalism. And radio has taught me the vast importance of taking initiative and just stepping in. You can't do anything unless you at least try to do it. And a lot of my successes in radio would not be possible if I didn't make myself vulnerable and take a chance.
Opportunities like these happen because of your partnership. State funding falls short, but your support fills in the gaps that make the difference. Your generosity ensures that every student has access to programs that excite, inspire, and prepare them for the future.